Hey, Warren Eckstein here, answering some more questions from listeners. Now, this one's kind of long, but let me share it with you because it may help understand certain behaviors that our dogs have. Now, this comes to me from Carlye Goldberg. Warren, my 8-year-old Chihuahua mix has been very close to a perfect dog, and we're together pretty much constantly. We also sleep together. I'm home alone with him daily, or he comes with me on errands. He's rarely home alone, and when he is, he's very happy in a large 2-bedroom with access to a huge balcony. The last year and a half, he has started chewing holes in my expensive carpet in my room, which cost me $175 each time to fix. So far, it's over $1,000. I have the one dog now, and he's always been a single dog. I taught him manners and trained him well, but now he's chewing. The woman, Carlye, who sent me this, is also a trainer. She trains, I guess, dogs for therapy or some other purposes, so she does understand behavior. She's tried, bitter apple and all the no chews on the market. This is something that most people do, including trainers. If a dog has a behavioral issue, the first thing they try to do is stop the problem. But in order to stop the problem the right way and permanently, you have to first figure out why the problem is there in the first place. A couple of things she said to me. Number one is that the dog is with her all the time, goes on errands with her and is with her all the time. So maybe perhaps the dog is really stressed when she leaves him alone, and chewing is a way a dog alleviates stress. So that could be part of it. Could be boredom, but it sounds to me like the dog, she's an exercise, she's a trainer, exercises the dog, so I don't believe that's part of it. She said she's tried no chew. She doesn't want to use that. She doesn't want to punish him, never hit. Of course you don't want to do that. This is not a dog problem. This is us trying to understand a dog's situation. So here's a couple of things I would try. Number one, this is not uncommon as a dog gets older either. The perfect dog may have behavioral changes as they get older. It could be cognitive changes, could be physical changes, and sometimes chewing. The chewing sounds to me like it could be a little bit of anxiety now when you do leave the house, obviously, because that's when the dog seems to be chewing. So the question comes up, Warren, how do you resolve this issue? Number one, the first thing I would be doing is when you're home is not being with the dog 24/7. Go into another room, go outside, come back in 5 minutes later. Make sure that when you leave, it's not that big a deal, and leave and come right back in. Don't let the dog think that every time you leave, it's going to be for a long period of time. I'm assuming he's getting enough exercise, but if not, increase the exercise. Though the other thing you might want to take into consideration also, is it possible that the alleviation of anxiety or stress or anxiety, whatever it may be, is due to chewing? At 8 years old, I'd also take a good look at the mouth and gums and make sure there's no physical reason for the chewing as well. But it sounds to me from what you're writing, and you'd have a pretty good understanding of behavior, from what you're writing to me, you tried to correct the problem without taking the time to figure out why the problem's there. The problem's probably there because you're spending so much time with the dog. We all want to do that. But even with my guys, Molly and Willie, I make sure that I leave them for short periods of time since the day I got them so I don't run into a situation like yours. I'm not talking about separation anxiety, which it very well may be based on the fact that you're with the dog 24/7. I want you to try this. Number one is I want you to start leaving the dog for short periods of time, even when you're home. Number two, whenever you leave the house, I'm assuming you leave a radio or a TV on for the dog in those rooms. I hope you do. Number three, find 1 or 2 items that the dog likes, but he only gets at that time to get his focus off the fact that you're away, almost saying, hey, I'm glad she's going, I get these special toys. Not an easy problem when they start at this age, but I want you to understand that this is not the dog being bad. This is the dog being either confused or anxious. Work on that from that perspective, and always remember, this goes to everyone out there, when you have an issue or your dog or cat is behaving in a way that's not positive for you, the first thing you have to do is figure out why. For example, years ago when I ran the largest training school in New York, and I go to people's homes and they've had other trainers come in, or people come in and say, well, we'll train the dog and teach them to sit, stay down, come, whatever. And they sign up and the dog is trained to sit, stay down, and come. Good. Doesn't take a genius to do that. But no one ever gives up their dog or gets frustrated with their dog because it doesn't sit. It's chewing, barking, digging, running out the door, not coming to, when called. These are the things that if you're hiring or working with a behaviorist, you want to make sure that that person sits down and really delves into the background of the dog and really ask the questions that are pertinent to figure out what's causing the behavioral issue. I know I'm dragging on here, but I hope that helps a lot of people out, and I hope people understand. I hope you understand, Carlye. This can be resolved, but I want you to follow through on my advice and keep listening to The Pet Show, and thank you.